So here we are. I know it's been a while since you've seen me. Well, you never see me because I never be on camera, really. I always have it facing down, and trust me, you don't want to see me because, yeah, we ain't gonna go into that right now. But I somehow, old lady style, pinched a nerve in my neck that had made my whole right side, my whole arm and my hand just in pain, and I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't craft or anything. And I tried a few things like making some bracelets and stuff, but after I got done with them, it would just be so painful and I definitely couldn't deal with clay trying to condition and rolling out and stuff. And just yesterday, I worked on some more Starry night canes, and I was in pain after. When I woke up this morning, I was in a little bit of pain, and then in a little bit yesterday, but not as bad as the pinched nerve was hurting. So I feel like I'm on the road to healing. So I'm back. And one of my group members, her name is Dorothy, she recently asked me to do a video on how I use my Lucy clay slicer. Let me see if am I too close? Haven't done a video in a couple of weeks. Oh, that's as far as it goes. So this is my Lucy clay slicer. And I got this a long time ago, maybe about a year ago. I got this off of Amazon. It was around $50, $60. And I love, hold on, I'm turned around. I love this one, but I wanted and didn't need, but wanted the bigger one that is like, what do you call that thing that they cut people's heads off with back in the 1800s? Gavel? I don't know what it's called. No, that's a thing. The gavel is the thing you hit like a judge. I can't think of what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. They'll put people under this thing and chop their heads off. That's what this reminds me of. This is the front of it, and it's the Lucy clay blade right here. And there is the screw. This is the safety screw in the back to keep it from coming down on your hand. This one I feel you have to be really, really careful with. As you see what just happened, I feel you have to be really careful with this slicer versus this other wooden one. This one is called the Lucy mini slicer, and I can't remember right now. I'll put it on the screen when I edit the exact name of both of them. Gavel, that's what it's called. Or did I say that before? I give up. Old lady creeping in. Okay, so I love this one, but you need to be careful with it because, as you saw, it does have a safety measure. Like if you click it up 2 times, it won't fall. But you know, that's not really, you can't really depend on that. But I love this one because you cut straight down. This one, they both do a wonderful job, but I just love this one more. But today, baby, I get that from one of the mukbangers. I love her. Her channel is called It's So Good. She says that when she's getting ready to make something really good and eat it, she says today, baby. I love her. I think her name is Miriam. Okay, so this is the Lucy mini slicer, and it's not the gavel type like that other one was. It is like, I'll show it to you. This, when I get this safety screw out, I don't know what in the world possessed me to screw it in there that tight, but it's in there really, really good. And Lord forbid if I got some glue on it, and that's why it's not coming out. So let me work on getting this out, and I'm gonna come back. And when I come back, I think I'm going to set my camera up on my phone versus this above view, or either bring my camera down. I don't know, whichever one, because this is going to be hard to really show, really show how to use it, I guess, because this is all you're seeing. This is the back of it, and this is the front where the clay goes. I mean, I think it will work. But maybe I'll try to set a camera up to get another view so I can really show you. But Dorothy asked how to use this, and now that I've gotten halfway well, I mean, I wasn't even really minding my Facebook group that much because I really couldn't type. I really couldn't just be in there like I wanted to. And I don't really be, I have a Facebook group. I really don't be in it a lot, but I love the Facebook group because I have a lady in there, Ellen. She keeps that group going with all of her beautiful posts of the things she makes. She makes sets. She doesn't just make some clay earrings and that's it. She makes sets, and they're all so beautiful and unique, and she's always posting in there. So I love that I have active people in that group when I'm not active myself. So let's get a setup a little bit better, and then I will try to come back with a better view. Okay, so I'm on a different camera. I hope it's recording. You see all my junk in the background because I'm at a different angle of my little craft area. And this is the wonderful Lucy clay slicer that I was telling you guys about before I so rudely had to change cameras. So I have been having so much fun before my arm got hurt making trying to copy off of Donna Kato is what I've been trying to do, because she's just a master at the craft. There's a lot of other masters out there too, but I am learning them one by one. You know, Teresa Salgado, there's Donna Kato, there's Thinking Outside of the Box, there's oh my God, my lady that I love so much, the Creative Dork. I've learned so much from her. Oh, there's just so many of them out there that I can't really name them all in one video, or else that's all the video would be about. So I was having fun doing that before my arm got hurt, and I did a little, I'll put it up on the screen, a little short about those Starry Night canes from Donna Kato that I love so much, and I made 3 of them. And then I went crazy and tried to make some more. My arm got hurt, and then I came out of the hurt phase trying to make more, and I successfully made a lot more of her canes. This Starry Night cane, I absolutely love them. And out of this stack right here that I have, I also have a pink one sitting over here that I made, and this blue one. But out of all the ones that I made, I love all of them. But I was mixing all my scraps the other night, making another one, and I mixed this one, which is of some blues and whites and pinks that I had laying around. It came out beautifully, but what happened was I had a scrap of Primo silver glitter clay, and I scrapped it on into this mix, and I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but oh my God, the sparkles in there. This is Starry Night with the stars because it's really pretty. And I might have a piece of chunky clay that I was working on. Where's the one that I put that big chunky clay in? I mean, not clay, but the glitter. I think this one has like big chunky glitter in it. I don't know if you can see that through the wrapping, but there's chunky glitter in that one, but it's nowhere near as special looking to me as this one, because not only is it the Primo silver glitter in here, it's also some Cernet metallic, and I think that's giving off some glitter look too. But anyway, with all that said, let me stop running. Back to Dorothy. She wanted me to show her how I use my Lucy clay slicer, but it was in the midst of me getting sick, my arm getting hurt, and fast forward to the end of the story yesterday or this morning, I'm looking on my group post, and there she is showing that for her birthday, she bought herself not only this slicer, but she also bought herself a motor for her pasta machine. And I can 100% verify how happy that makes any of us people who are trying to do clay that have a little bit of issues with arthritis. That motor is a godsend and a save for the arms, for the hands, and everything else. So, especially when conditioning clay. So I have this piece out here, and I did a fail again. I'm always doing fails. Did a fail again before I hurt my arm, and I was trying to cover, this is a wooden egg, a wooden goose egg. That's why it's so big. So I was trying to cover it with, you know, a cane that I made. I wanted it to look like a dragon's egg. I used the wrong colors, you know, it wasn't turning out good. And then when I baked it, it bubbled up on me. So it had a lot of bubbles on it. So when you see a hole like this was a hole that I tried to cover, and that one, and then I just gave up. So since I had this here, what I was going to try to do, going to leave this clay on it and probably cover it with some poly paste as I go. And I am going to try to cover it with this cane. So, but for the sake of this video, for it to end early, I'm just going to show Miss Dorothy how I use my Lucy Clay slicer and save the pieces, hopefully, that comes off of here. So for this Lucy Clay slicer, when I first get started, I usually back it all the way up. Sorry, going the wrong way. I usually back it up because I have a longer cane. So according to how long your cane is, you know, you're going to set it in there first to see where it backs up to the end. And sometimes I will actually get one of these plates and I'll put it back there just so I don't have to go back so far, because it kind of gets to the point where you run out of area right here, so you can't go any further, you can't go anywhere forward or backwards in order to reach your cane. So you can't cut it. And that's not the case here. I just haven't screwed it all the way up. But that's the reason why I would put something behind it every once in a while, depending on how long the cane is, especially if you had a cane that it was at the end of your cane, but you still want to get some nice even slices out of it. Even put 2 of these behind it so it can reach the blade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and roll this up. I keep going the wrong way. Towards the cane until it gets to my cane, until it gets to the blade. Maybe that's a better vantage point for you to see. And as you can see, I'm almost running out of area for that to reach the blade. So we'll see if this is going to be a good example. But I'm going to keep on going until that blade touches my cane, which it is now. And you raise it up. And what I do is, it all depends on what you want your slices to be. If you want really, really thin slices, then you're only going to turn this one time. If you want like 0.5 millimeter slices, I only know that by heart because that's what I usually do. Then you're going to do 2 screws in order to get that slice. So let me show you. We're almost there. Okay, so this will be 1. I just turned it 1 time, and then we're going to bring it down. And that first one, you're always going to get an uneven slice. This isn't what I wanted because I was already showing it. So it's kind of thick and it's uneven, but I'm going to keep it because it's beautiful. What I really want to do, and then here is the real slice. So I'm going to just go 1 time. And that's giving me a really, really thin slice of cane. You see how thin that is? That gave me a real slender slice of that cane, and just about what I want and need to produce what I want for that wooden egg. So this isn't the greatest because it was only cut 2. So now that I've gotten this, I'll just call it raggedly cut out of there. Once I come up this last time, it's going to be the whole area of my cane. So I did it 2 times that time just to show the different in the slice. Now this time, hopefully, if it doesn't make me out of a liar, I'm going to get the whole area of the cane with this slice. Almost did, but you get the picture. So here we go. There is your slice of cane. It is the best tool ever. Even the other one that I showed you works exactly the same way, just the action of the blade is coming straight down instead of that way. This isn't an issue. If you see that, what was left right there in front of that blade right here, that's not an issue of the Lucy Clay cutter. That's an issue of the glitter that's in the cane not giving it a clean cut at that part, and me not probably, you know, taking it off of there good. But it's a clean cut. You never have to worry about issues like this unless it's an issue with your actual cane and what you're cutting. Sometimes we put that that thick kind of I can't think of what it's called, but it's like icicles or something like that. Sometimes we put that in our, I was trying to see if I have some. Yeah, sometimes we'll put stuff like this in our cane, you know, to make them pretty or trying to give it some oomph. Oh, that's brand new. Let me see if I know I don't have one open, but sometimes we'll put these in our cane, you know, just to give it some look and some pretty holographic flakes. We'll put stuff like that in our cane, and when you go to cut your cane, when you have stuff like that in it, you're trying to cut through that plastic of that material, so it'll leave things like that. So the glitter in this clay is doing the same thing to me with the cutter. It's definitely not the Lucy Clay cutter. Let me do another one with two to show you again the cut. And there we are. It's a wonderful cut. So Dorothy, I hope that helps. You probably already unpacked and used your cutter by now, and I'm coming in with the information quite late, but forgive me. I really wanted to get this video to you, and I was like, okay, I'm better now. Let me film this to show her. And I don't know how, I haven't thought about it yet. I don't want to do any more cuts on this cane because I need the rest of it for this wooden goose egg. Just as example, I think that's going to be pretty on this egg. So hopefully it comes out good, and I don't have too many issues. And I'll talk more about the actual cane later, because I love following Donna Kato, the way she made her Starry Night canes. But let me see if I can find one. I found that if you don't, and she said this in her video, it's up to you how many times you run it through the pasta machine and how you want your stripes to be. But I found I like not running it through as many times, just as many times as I can get to something like this, but keep some of the chunkiness, because the lovely thing about this cane is you actually get 3 cane looks in one. You get this side, and I'm sorry, let me show you on the one that I have that's not in plastic, the one right here. So you actually get 3 cane looks, and excuse it because you know I was just cutting on it. You get 3 cane looks from this one cane. You get this right here, and I even like some of the chunkiness to be in these stretch lines too. You see, like that piece of blue right there, that doesn't bother me at all. I like that. And you get this side, which is just a little bit more chunkier and a little bit more defined than this side. And if you cut this way, you're getting something like a Makome Gani if you cut this way on some of these canes. And I'm not going to do it on this one because I'm getting ready to use it. This is precious to me. Again, look at that sparkle in there. The only last housekeeping thing is, you guys see that I've changed my channel name. Maybe when I do the coverage of the goose egg, I will film it and I will give you a story time on, you know, why I changed my channel name. It's Rosa's Handcrafting Utopia now. My name is Rosa, if anyone did not know. So I'm going to do a story time as I cover this egg, and cross my fingers, and if you would please with me cross your fingers that this comes out the way I want it to come out.
because as you can see, it did not come out the first time. So, and they say the third time is a charm, but I need the second time to be the charm. So that's what we're going to do. And I hope that you learned something from me showing how to use the Lucy Clay cutter, the mini cutter. I'll put the names down in the I was getting ready to say prescription box. I'll put the name down in the description box and on the screen if I don't forget while I'm editing. This is a reminder to do it, Rosa. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to get you one of these, I don't have any coupon codes or anything. This isn't sponsored by Lucy Clay. I got mine off of Amazon. I actually got both of them off of Amazon. All right. And it's not sponsored by Amazon. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.